earlier was hard for me. Talking about my mom was actually, I wrote a little bit about my mom. But I really struggled with that too, because it felt weird to say critical things about my mom. So here goes.
What do you?
Well, it's not like my mom and I haven't ever had our differences. I mean, I was a teenager once too. I was a goth as a teenager. I had ass-length purple hair and lots of earrings and wore the black eyeliner and all black clothing, and my mom still loved me anyway. In fact, what I wanted to talk about was my mom's recent trend in gift giving has been motivational trinkets. T-shirts and posters and just other things that have little motivational sayings, which I think is totally bizarre because I'm 31 years old and I don't really feel like I need the encouragement at this point. I'm, pretty successful, have a government job, getting paid, all that kind of stuff. Managed to pay the rent on time. Perhaps it would have been more appropriate when I was in the 10th grade and trying to defend to my students and teachers that being a secular humanist is not the same thing as being a Satanist. That would have been the time for her to give me a poster of a kitten nuzzling a hedgehog with the slogan at the bottom that says, "It's okay that you're a weirdo, you're my little weirdo." That would have been the time for that. Now I feel pretty secure in the weirdo that I am today, and I have friends who support it, so it's all good. My dad gave me a pretty cool present recently, which surprised me because, like Christmas time, his philosophy was that you're not going to remember all the toys that we've given you. I have a sister, she's younger than me, so you're not going to remember all the toys that we've given you, so I'm going to go for emotional trauma because that's memorable. Some of the more benign things was he would wrap up like rolls of toilet paper, canned food, like some pork brains and milk gravy was one of the things he put in wrapping paper and stuck it under the tree. But the best one, his crowning achievement, was he wrapped up a package of super absorbent maxi pads and a bottle of Midol and gave this to me and my sister when we were about 9 and 10 years old with a note that said, "For your future." So that's my dad for you. But the cool present that he gave me was this book, this beautiful picture book, cookbook called Oaxaca al Gusto. It's all very traditional Mexican cooking. Weird shit in there, like desserts made with chickpeas. And my favorite one was barbecued beef head. Now, my neighbors already know that I'm a weirdo, so they wouldn't be too surprised if I was out in the backyard digging up the lawn to build a barbecue pit. But I just don't know where to get the head of a steer. So I guess that one will have to wait. Alright, I guess we could talk about brains. So, like most women, I pretty much hate this. I didn't think that I'd fallen into that trap, but I guess, I've been conditioned that way, like everybody else. And so, I'm really looking forward to the day when I can be a brain in a jar. Really, I think all of us think that bodies are crap anyway, that they're like cars, that they start to break down on you the moment that you drive them off the lot, and, really, most of us end up with a Kia anyway. That's the best that we can do. But you feel like you should have an Aston Martin, right? Oh yeah, but brain in a jar. One day science will advance, I do believe, and I'm not talking about being in some kind of like recycled pickle jar. No, a high-tech aquarium. That can fully sustain my brain, feed me all the nutrients that I need, the electrolytes and the amino acids, and also would be wired into the internet so I can communicate, check Facebook, play Plants vs. Zombies, look at porn, all that kind of good stuff. Now, I know that the one downside about not having a body is not being able to enjoy sex, but really, they say that the brain is the most important sexual organ there is, and all the pleasures from sex comes from chemicals in the brain anyway. You know, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, that's the big one. It's known as the love hormone, is what, you know, comes out during orgasm. So yeah, as a brain in a jar, I'd be just completely liberated to enjoy this whole new sexual realm. You know, no judgments, just brains communicating through the internet, sending signals, releasing a little bit of chemicals here and there. It would be really hot, brain fucking, right? You see, amazing. And like I said, as brains in jars, we would all be equal. At least those of us who could afford the brain extraction procedure and the monthly maintenance fees. So we brain folk would be all equal to each other. And then I guess the scientists who would care for us, they would be nearly as equal. I mean, they'd be very important as all the brains. And that's why we would pay those scientists a shitload of money. So they would keep their damn foul mouths shut and not tell us the differences between the brains, because I'm sure they could measure them, right? You know, women's brains versus men's brains or whatever kind of category. No, I don't want to hear it. Peace and love, equality, la 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 la. And then there's the rest of humanity, who probably wouldn't see much benefit to the rest of the brains in jars. I mean, we'd have this interconnected network of brains, and so be the largest supercomputer ever, capable of solving complex mathematical problems through sheer processing power, plus the spark of human creativity. But let's be honest, we'd all be too busy brain fucking each other all the time to do anything beneficial for humanity. So, enraged by our elitism, an angry mob would probably rush into the laboratory, armed with meat tenderizer, to combat mass neurocide. There'd be nothing left of us defenseless brains in jars except for a gray pink sludge.
Yeah.